Hey everybody, it's Ed here, and I'm trying the YouTube Live functionality. And people always say they do these videos and they're doing the YouTube fast. It's a hot day here actually, but I wanted to talk to you about something which really has been resonating with people. The book Your First Dollar is out, and you can go grab a book for free at yourfirstdollar.com. But I get there's a couple of interesting reactions I've got. One is, only $1? Big deal, and I have to sort of chuckle to myself a little bit, because having helped over 400,000 people start an online business, I can say one thing with absolute certainty: that every $1 million business that people have created during the challenge, or I've created, or $100,000 a year business, they've all got one thing and only one thing in common: that they all made a single dollar first. It was interesting. I got an email from somebody too and said, Ed, I can't choose. I've got 5 or 6 different markets. And I said you have to pick one, right? Because you've got to focus on one. One of the big dangers, particularly high quick start entrepreneurs, is that you get distracted by too many things and it becomes a real problem. So the next thing that came back to me and said, Richard Branson, he manages dozens of businesses. As it turns out, he's involved in 400, according to Wikipedia. But it got me remembering, and I pulled out my copy because I'm a huge fan of Richard Branson. Who wouldn't be? Amazing entrepreneur. But what people make the mistake of doing all the time is they compare Richard Branson's last dollar, the dollar that he made today, with you trying to make your first dollar. And it's insane. Let's look at Richard Branson. His first business was a student magazine he started when he was still at school, ran it for 4 years, barely made any money at all, was not successful in terms of a business. It had a lot of fun and everything was good that way, but he then parlayed that, so he was doing that for 4 years. And then his first record store, he had one record store, no 400 businesses, one, which took him 2 years to make profitable. So he spent 6 years before he made a business profitable. If you become a doctor, you have to spend 10 years. In fact, you've had no life since the age of 10 if you're in any Western country. To qualify to go to a college or a university that teaches medicine, you have to be in the top 1% of students, which means that you've done external schooling, you've done extra study when other kids are out having fun, like my daughter's here doing netball practice as we speak. They've been at extra study classes. They've had no social life from the age of 10. Well, they go through college, rack up huge 6-figure debts, and then they do 10 years of training, and when they get into out of residency, their average wage is $60,000 a year in the United States. 60,000. Now, yes, your neurosurgeon will earn you $500,000 cool dollars, but that's when they're in their 40s. Right? They have to go through residency, surgery, etc., to even get to that point. So, when I talk to you about making $1 in 30 days, I'm being realistic. How well have those courses done for you? How well have those, courses that have promised millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands a month, or 20 grand a month, how have they done for you? Worked out well? I wonder. And if they have, I'm awesome. And by the way, I think the content they teach is incredible, but you don't get the backstory. That's why on my podcast, and if you haven't seen the podcast, do a search on your favorite podcast player of choice for 30 Days Your First Dollar. That's why I love asking the experts to tell their first dollar story, because you'll realize that it takes people normally much longer than 30 days to make their first dollar in a business. So I think we've actually got the process pretty well down pat. But have a think about that. And I'll leave you with this point. Eric Clapton said, people want to play like me as guitar and they try to copy what I do. It's the wrong way to do it. He said, if you want to play guitar like me, copy and learn the people that I learned from. And then not only will you be able to play like me, you'll develop your own style and your own flavour as well. So there you have it. If you think there's a $20,000 magic pill, just got an email. It's hilarious. I got an email. It says I'm doing a sort of a case study course just at the moment, and I guarantee it. And I say, if you don't make the dollar in the 30 days, then please, I will give you your money back. And the person emails me and said, "Oh, I'm not interested if it's dollar. If I make $497, then I'm in." You get your $497 back if you get a dollar. It's just the mentality is so wrong. And it's not your fault, because every marketing thing and infomercial and all of those sorts of things, they educate you that way. For the last 12 years I've been doing this with over 400,000 students, and I know that the people who do make that first dollar in that 30-day period, their exponential chance of making $100,000 and making $1 million is literally exponentially greater than people who don't follow the process and don't make their dollar in the first month. So with that, it'll be interesting to see how YouTube Live works. Vertical video. That's what the kids are all doing these days. And hey, if you want to, if you're interested in seeing anything about the book and all that sort of stuff, just go to yourfirstdollar.com. If you're interested in that client program that I'm talking about, because it is completely guaranteed, it's only open for a little while longer, but just send me an email. That'll be the quickest. ed@yourfirstdollar.com. That's ed@yourfirstdollar.com. And with that, I will leave you to it. Have a great, it's Friday here, we're in the future here in Australia, so it's very much starting the weekend. So have a great weekend, and we'll speak soon. All right, ciao for now. Bye. If I can figure out how to turn this off.